All right, everybody, raise your hands with questions for Caleb, please. Kiara Luck, you're first.
Caleb, with your connections to Duke, just how big was this game for you? I saw them cheering you on when the game was done. What kind of statement was this for you tonight?
It was a big one. Just having this be one of the biggest rivalries in college basketball, if not the best. Just coming in, we knew we had to bring our own energy as no fans. But it felt like fans because just how hard we were playing and how into the game we were. We were just locked in coming into the game, and we got the win.
CL.
Caleb, I was wondering if you talked to Coach Tatum before this game, and if so, what kind of words did you have with him?
Yeah, I talked to him. I told him we were gonna beat him, and I talked to Jason too, and told him we were gonna beat them. But he was telling me like I went to the wrong school and all of that. But that's just the relationship we have, and it was funny. Now I get to talk trash to him.
Ross.
Hey, Caleb, I mean, with your 4 for 5 from three and 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 9 for 16, I mean, were you kind of in the zone? Did you feel like you couldn't miss when you're out there on offense?
Yeah, I was in that zone. Just going in the game, I just knew I had to be a big part of my team getting this win. Just controlling the traffic and just doing a lot of those things that point guards do. It's, like I said, it's been a long season for me, up and down, but it's been great making these uh, making these shots.
Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Caleb, is one of the things that you've been working on when you drive is to not getting too deep and getting kind of tied up, and instead getting runners and floaters? And if so, did you see the payoff of some of that work tonight?
Coach always tells me I have to attack them and like attack the bigs, and that's why we brought that flash screen out, and I was just attacking the big, and coach don't like floaters, so I just got to attack the big man and get the layups.
Thank you.
Adam Smith.
Caleb, I think the first basket you had was a steal in the big dunk in transition where you're yelling and everything. Was there one of those moments in the first half that let you know that this might be a big game for you, where you felt good out there and things seemed to be working? Was there any one specific thing that you could point to?
I think just my adrenaline was flowing just coming into the game. Not only that play, but that play did spark a big one in me. So just going in the game, I just knew that we had to fight for this win, and we got the win.
Deanna and then Davis, and then we'll get the next player in here.
Caleb, a little bit what Ross said. You was in the zone. Did that big dunk at the very first of the game get you in your zone?
Yeah, it did. Yes, yeah, it did.
Davis, go ahead.
Caleb, it seemed like you're playing in a lot of control now. So I was just wondering, how much easier is the game slowing down for you?
Just watching a lot of film on myself and watching a lot of film on our opponents and how they play defense. So just seeing myself and seeing where I can pick my spots and pick apart the defense, and that's just helping me a lot.
All right, thank you, Caleb. Nice job. Let's get the next guy in here. Questions for Leaky Black, please. Raise your hand. Ross Martin, you are first for Rayshawn Black.
Hey, Leaky, when you were on the free throw line late, you missed the first one of the first free throws, and you made the next three, I believe. What was going through your mind after you missed that first one?
Just make the free throw, just mechanics, follow through, elbow tuck, that kind of thing. I treat every free throw the same. It's pretty much mental. But the first one, I felt like I don't think I held my follow through up. And I feel like that's why I messed up. But the next three, I made sure that's what I did. So.
CL?
Leaky, you were guarding Wendell Moore on that final drive he had to the basket. Can you kind of just take me through what you were trying to do defensively and how you felt once he had that turnover, knowing that, you guys could wrap up the game?
Yeah, I knew he was going to try to get downhill. I knew I couldn't afford a foul because I would have fouled out. But what I did, I just kind of like pulled the chair. I knew he was going to be aggressive. He was kind of out of control. And me just pulling the chair, I felt like he traveled at first, but they didn't call it. But then again, we got the turnover. So it worked out in our favor.
Brendan.
Yeah, Leaky, on that same play, it looked like Wendell might have actually been a little bit surprised that you guys didn't foul earlier. Did you get that sense from him too?
Yeah. See, coach was trying to get us to foul the entire time, but I had 4 fouls, so I couldn't foul. So I was just trying to keep it in front. So I was just in a sticky situation, but it worked out for us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Greg Hall.
Leaky, what was your mentality in the second half after getting into foul trouble early and not really being able to have as much as an impact on the game and then to come out? What was just your mentality in that second half?
I knew before I got into foul trouble, I felt like if we played harder, it was going to be a good game in our favor. And just being in foul trouble, I couldn't really be out there, leading by example. So I was trying to be vocal as much as possible. Then when the second half came, I made sure I didn't foul and just try to lead by example.
Todd Gibson.
Yeah, Leaky, watching the game on TV, it just didn't feel like Duke Carolina. Did it feel like Duke Carolina for you?
Of course it did. Yeah, of course.
Adam.
Leaky, hey, I know you're thrilled to get out of there with the win, but it was a little shaky down the stretch. I know they turned up the heat a little bit, but is there still so many things you guys can clean up with like the finish and some of those turnovers that continue to happen? Do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, the turnovers can definitely get better. I felt like most of them were unforced. It was just on us, just playing out of control and just trying to do too much and not making an easy play. But I feel like I don't know. We made enough good plays to come out with the win. So,
Joe, last one, and then we'll get another player in here.
Leaky, it's so hard to get any win. Just what's the feeling? Describe the emotions right now of beating them there.
I can't even explain it. It feels good though. Fans or no fans, we beat Duke, so it definitely feels good.
All right, Leaky, thank you. Armando's ready.
Thanks, Leaky. Questions for Mondo? Raise your hand, please.
Thanks, Leaky. Good job.
All right, Kiera, you're first.
Garrison, throughout the year, we've been asking you about your satisfaction with games. How are you feeling after this win against Duke?
Man, I'm pissed off, man. I'm mad. No, I'm just joking. We did. I'm glad we beat Duke. It was a fun game. I mean, we knew it was going to be close regardless. I mean, every year. I mean, you even look back at last year, like, we obviously weren't that good, but it's always going to be close. That's the rivalry, and we just fought, and we came out with a W, and that's all we care about.
Brendan.
Yeah, Armando, coming off the Clemson game, obviously great to get the bounce back win. How does this sort of position you guys now for the future, especially being able to win at their place? Is there like a renewed sense of confidence from that?
Definitely. I mean, with the Clemson loss, we didn't feel like we took a step backwards, but we just knew we wanted to come out here and win. But, I mean, we got a quick turnaround against Miami, who's been on fire. They got a good team, and they match up with us pretty well. So, honestly, we can have a little fun with each other tonight, but tomorrow we got to be ready to prepare for Miami on Monday.
Ross.
Hey, Armando, what did you think about Caleb Love's performance?
I mean, I'm just glad for him. I knew he had one of those games coming. I mean, he's a great player. He really is. And just to see him doing it in the biggest stage and probably one of our biggest games this year was just huge for him. And hopefully this can carry over with his confidence going into later in the season. And maybe hopefully this is where we see Caleb Love be born.
Yeah, go ahead.
Armando, how much different does this team feel now as opposed to that first time you guys were going into a game against Miami?
Going into the game versus Miami, we were on a tough kind of stretch. And I didn't think we played that well versus Miami the first time we played them, but we've got a lot better since the last time we played them, and we got a lot of confidence definitely after this game. But we can't be complacent, though.
Sorry about that, Armando. Adam, go ahead.
Hey, Armando, I was going to ask you about Caleb Love. Caleb, too, and Ross was kind of hitting on what I was thinking. But where are the moments that you see him? You talk about him being born or becoming who he can become. When do you see that? I mean, is it just like those crazy athletic dunks like he had or the threes? Or are there different places where you see it happen?
Caleb, he's a great defender, the way he can slide his feet and just affect the game on defense. And, the pass he threw to me, the alley-oop, that's a hard pass to make for any guard at any level. And it's just plays like that, just like you said, him attacking. And when he can shoot the ball, he can be dangerous because he can draw the ball too. And when Caleb's playing good, I feel like that changed the whole dynamic of our team.
All right, Todd Gibson, last one, and then we'll get G in here.
Hey, Armando, watching the game on TV, it just didn't feel the same. But as a player, what was it like out there? Did it feel like a Duke UNC rivalry? Can you explain to me what it felt like on the floor?
Definitely, we was on the edge of our seats the whole time, just anxious, and I mean, it's Duke Carolina. It was the same feeling as it was back last year for me and for the team. I would say we got to win this game. We know how much it means. Like I said the other day, for bragging rights for the fans, for ourselves, with us knowing all of them, we just wanted to win this game badly.
Thanks, Mondo. Let's get we'll get Garrison in here. Raise your hand.
All right, Garrison, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mondo.
Yep. Come on, y'all gonna get me in out of here quick.
Mike Toper, you're first.
Hey, Garrison, just big picture, what did it mean to snap that losing skid to Duke? And for you as a senior, what are the emotions to get that final win inside Cameron?
It's great. It's always great to beat your rival, especially in their spot. I think it's just a great feeling. That's all I can describe it as.
Gregory Hall.
Garrison, I saw you kind of grab and hug Caleb there as the buzzer sounded. I just wanted your thoughts on his game and just the celebration in the locker room afterwards.
Caleb played phenomenal. I think that's something that I've always looked forward to him to play out, like to play really great. I mean, he picked the perfect time to do it. I think it was just a enjoyable moment like that. Someone like my sophomore year, it felt great to beat your rival in their spot.
Luke, go ahead.
Hey, Garrison, there were a lot of storylines coming in today, unranked teams, no fans, but you guys still had a pretty intense game. It came down to the wire. People are still rushing Franklin. What did Duke Carolina mean in this year?
I mean, it's still the best rivalry in America. I think it's still a very big game. I think it meant a lot to us because, I mean, we needed to win. They needed to win. I mean, I think it was a very intense game. Just a really good game for us.
Andrew?
Garrison, you've played with some pretty good point guards at Carolina. What have you seen from Caleb over the last month or so, how he's evolved into more of a guy that manages the game but can also score when managing the game?
I mean, really good. I think it's just something that he's growing still. It's just time. It was time for him to really just grow up, and I mean, he's doing that before your eyes. I mean, I can't say that I didn't see it coming, but he's growing up now. I think he's great.
Thank you.
Brendan, go ahead.
Hey, Garrison. Yeah, you and Armando and Dayron together had 39 points, 21 rebounds. Is it fair to say that this is the best game all three of you have played together? And if so, is this something that you guys can replicate going forward?
Yeah, I think we can always play well, especially getting the ball inside, doing what we're supposed to do, scoring inside. I think that's something that we can always build off of.
Thank you.
CL?
Garrison, how much pressure did you put on yourself to be the one to kind of set the tone, given that you are, the most experienced player playing in this game?
I always feel like I should set the tone. I feel like most guys look at me because I'm the older guy. I just think I have to come out with the right energy, the right mindset, and do what needs to be done for us.
Any other questions for Garrison? That's the last one. I don't think Garrison wants any more, but I'll give a chance for one more.
Hey, I got to follow then, Garrison. This playing off the earlier question about the bigs and 39 points. This is the first game all three of you guys have scored double figures. Yeah. So what was it? Was it just a case of Coach Williams emphasizing how much he wanted, you guys to go inside this game? What was the difference tonight?
It's just something we always emphasize. I think we just executed what we're supposed to do. I think we expect to do that every night. Just get the ball inside always and finish. That was something we emphasized. Finish.
CL, that was a good one. You got any other good notes? I'm just getting ready to get started on those. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank you, Garrison. Good job.